Charlie's journey began as the underdog of his litter, born with only 3 legs. Despite his physical difference, his mother, Nellie, showered him with love and care just like any other puppy. However, finding a home for Charlie proved challenging for his owners, as potential adopters seemed more drawn to his fully limbed siblings. Weeks passed, and Charlie watched as each of his siblings found loving families, leaving him behind. He grew disheartened, feeling invisible to the visitors who showed fleeting interest in him. Yet his spirit remained resilient, hoping for a chance to find his forever home. Then, one day, a compassionate woman recognized Charlie's unique charm and saw past his disability. She knew he would be the perfect companion for her daughter, Daisy. Charlie's heart swelled with joy as he was welcomed into his new family, his tail wagging with excitement. Finally, he had found a place where he belonged, embraced for who he was, differences and all. At the age of 7, Daisy was full of youthful energy and adored spending time with Charlie. They spent their days playing in the yard, with Charlie impressing Daisy with his agility and intelligence despite having only 3 legs. To Daisy, Charlie's disability was inconsequential. She cherished him for the unique and special companion he was. Initially, Charlie basked in the joy of his newfound home, reveling in the love and attention Daisy showered upon him. However, their happiness was marred by the arrival of Daisy's father, who viewed Charlie with disdain. Seeing Charlie as flawed, he voiced his desire to send the 3-legged dog away, deeming him unwanted and unnecessary. Charlie endured mistreatment from Daisy's father, who would lash out at him whenever he crossed paths. Despite his attempts to avoid the man, Charlie couldn't escape his cruelty. Each day brought more suffering as the man continued to express his animosity towards the innocent dog. Under the cover of night, when the household lay dormant in sleep, the man seized Charlie, fastening a leash tightly around his neck before whisking him away in his car, speeding into the darkness. After a tense journey of roughly 30 minutes, they halted in a desolate, silent parking lot. With a callous grip on Charlie's leash, the man dragged him from the car, almost strangling the defenseless pup. Charlie struggled to keep pace as they ventured into a vast expanse of woods, illuminated only by the man's flashlight. At last, they arrived at a secluded spot, carefully chosen for its isolation. Here, in the heart of the wilderness, the man callously tethered Charlie to a tree, leaving him stranded in the cold, unforgiving darkness. It was a place seldom visited by passersby, leaving Charlie with little hope of rescue. Charlie's heart sank as he watched the cruel man vanish into the distance, leaving him tethered to the tree, whimpering and barking in despair. For days on end, Charlie clung to the hope of rescue, yearning for the familiar faces of his family and his beloved Daisy. Yet, as time passed, it became painfully clear that no one was coming to his aid. Alone in the wilderness, Charlie faced the grim reality that this might be his final resting place. With each passing moment, his strength waned and his once hopeful barks faded into silence. How could someone be so heartless? What had Charlie done to deserve such abandonment? Growing weaker by the day, Charlie resigned himself to his fate, curled up at the base of the tree, his spirit broken. But just when all hope seemed lost, a glimmer of salvation appeared in the form of a faint sound, a stranger's footsteps drawing nearer. A kind-hearted man stumbled upon Charlie's secluded spot, startled by the sight of the desperate dog. Quickly realizing the dire situation, he approached cautiously, his heart heavy with indignation at the cruelty inflicted upon such a gentle creature. Who could abandon such a precious soul? He wondered, determined to offer Charlie the help and compassion he so desperately needed. Untying Charlie from his tether, the compassionate man whisked him away to safety, ensuring he received nourishment and veterinary care to address his malnourishment and dehydration. After weeks of dedicated care, Charlie flourished under his new guardian's watchful eye, his once forlorn demeanor replaced by a lively spirit. As Charlie's strength returned, so did his sense of familiarity with the world around him. During their walks, he recognized familiar landmarks and faces, evoking memories of his past life with Daisy. Little did he know, fate had a remarkable reunion in store for him. One day, amidst their stroll, Charlie's ears perked up at the sound of a familiar voice, a voice he thought he'd never hear again. With excitement coursing through his veins, Charlie's tail wagged furiously as he turned to behold a sight that filled his heart with joy. Daisy, his beloved friend, racing towards him, her mother in tow. Could it truly be her? With bated breath, Charlie watched as Daisy drew near, her eyes widening with disbelief and delight. In that moment, the bond between girl and dog was reignited, their reunion a testament to the enduring power of love and loyalty. As Daisy enveloped Charlie in a warm embrace, tears of happiness streaming down her cheeks, the kind-hearted man looked on, his heart swelling with gratitude for the opportunity to witness such a heartwarming moment. For Charlie, Daisy's return marked the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with love, laughter, and the unwavering bond between a girl and her faithful companion. As Daisy embraced Charlie with tears of joy streaming down her face, her mother shared the heartbreaking truth with Charlie's newfound caregiver. She recounted the ordeal they had endured at the hands of her ex-husband, detailing his cruelty not only towards Charlie but towards their family as well. According to her, the man had callously lied about Charlie's disappearance, claiming the dog had run away in the dead of night, discouraging any search efforts. Eventually, they had resigned themselves to the belief that Charlie was lost forever. However, with her ex-husband now behind bars, Daisy and her mother found solace and safety in their newfound freedom, living in harmony within the confines of a loving home. Moved by their tale of resilience and redemption, the compassionate man realized that Charlie's true place was with Daisy and her mother. How could he separate such a loving dog from the loving family he belonged to? With a heavy heart yet a sense of profound peace, the man knelt down and gently stroked Charlie's head, conveying his decision to let the dog return to his former family. Charlie, sensing the significance of the moment, showered him with grateful licks, a silent expression of appreciation for his rescue from the brink of despair. Passing the leash to Daisy, the man entrusted Charlie to her care, affirming their undeniable bond. With a smile, he watched as the reunited trio walked away, knowing that Charlie would spend his days surrounded by the unwavering love and devotion of his beloved family. And so, Charlie spent the remainder of his days by Daisy's side, a loyal companion who never ceased to remind her of his boundless affection. In return, Daisy offered Charlie nothing but unconditional love, cherishing him for the gentle soul he was, regardless of his physical limitations.